to Flora's Food and Kitchen. Today we are going to do a second in the series of spring salads. Now, I don't know about you, but I always cook a little bit of extra rice, and this is some leftover brown rice from last night. And so I thought I'd make a spring-inspired salad. It's not very spring-like here today, to be honest. It is pouring with rain, but anyway, I thought I'd show you. These are all going to be, I'm going to add all the lovely leftovers that I've, to the rice, leftover rice. I'm going to add all my lovely vegetables that I've got in the fridge. I don't know about you, but I always seem to have spring onions, sometimes a pepper, cucumber here that I've been using for something else. And we're just going to make a really delicious dressing, zingy dressing that just brings this salad alive. And it's super. A rice salad would be so nice with some grilled, marinated, hello, those who've joined me, thank you, grilled and marinated chicken breasts or something like that. Anyway, so here we go. We're just going to chop up our vegetables. Use anything you've got in the fridge, anything left over. Look, I've got some cucumber here. I'm just going to chop it into finely diced pieces, just like this. I'm going to add this. There we go. That's literally it. I'm going to add it. I'm going to put it over here and get I've got some carrot batons that I had the other day. I'm just going to chop a few of those. So anything you like. Sweet corn, maybe if you have a tin of sweet corn. If you don't have many vegetables left over, use a tin of sweet corn or anything like that. Anything you like that you've got. I'm just trying to incorporate some more vegetables into all of our diets and lots of different ranges. I was listening to something on gut health the other day, and apparently it's providing yourself with as many different fruits and vegetables, especially vegetables, I think. Colours of the rainbow, eat the colours of the rainbow. So here we go, we've got a lovely pepper here. I'm just going to chop a few pieces of that as well. And you don't have to have them all finely diced, but I quite like that. So you can have ribbons or anything you like, any way you like. They're all going to be eaten, and I just like to make things pretty. There we go. Bit of that, bit more pepper. And this actually, if you were going to serve this with grilled chicken or put them on some skewers, some lovely marinated chicken, maybe I'll try and do a recipe for that later on. This, you can always add pieces of pepper in between those pieces of chicken. That's so good. And also really colourful. So there we go, top tip. So we got some chopping here. And what else? I've got some lovely little cherry tomatoes. Well, not cherry, those are plum tomatoes, little ones. That's cherry one. I'm going to do that as well. Cut those into quarters. More pieces. There we are. So anything you like. And I've got a spring onion here. I've got an onion. I'm just going to, if you've got a sort of slightly dry piece, just pull it off, just like that. And look, that onion, the spring onion is delicious underneath. I'm going to cut the ends off, cut the root off, and again just chop it on the diagonal. I think I did that in the last one as well. I just quite like the way it looks, quite pretty. Chop diagonally. There we go, popping it all ready. So I've done my cucumber. And I've actually got a plum here. It's just a leftover random plum. I'm going to put that in the too, because the dressing that we're going to use today is a sesame and soy dressing. And plums go really well. Any sort of soft fruit like this, because you have dark with plum sauce, any sort of slightly Asian inspired or hoisin sauce. Plums go really well, so I'm going to put plum in mine as well. And I think that's about it. I've got an onion here, but I'm not going to use that because I've got spring onion. So literally, I'm going to pop this down here. I'm going to add my cherry tomatoes. Little cherry and plum tomatoes like that. I'm going to add all the other things we've got here. All these lovely chopped vegetables. Look at the colours, aren't they great? I have to inspire with spring. Yesterday was the most wonderful spring-like day, so there you go, spring colours from yesterday. Can only get better. Easter time is just around the corner. There we go. And if we're lucky enough to get the barbecue out, this would be a perfect salad. So I'm just gonna pop that right there, give it a little stir. Look at that. Colours of the rainbow, fantastic. Okay, and I am going to add some little sprigs. Here I've got some coriander. I'm gonna add some little sprigs of coriander. We'll probably add a few more of those coriander leaves. I'm just gonna sprinkle them. And now we're gonna make the dressing. This is gonna be a super speedy dressing and really, really easy. So I make my dressing just in here, and then I can give it a big shake in the jar. Very easy. So I have got here 1 garlic clove, and I'm going to just give it a squash so that it's easily peelable. And there we go, done like that. And I'm going to put it in my garlic crusher. It's quite a big one actually, but I like garlic. If you don't like that much garlic, you might want to have a slightly smaller clove. Look at that. So pop that in there. Perfect. And I'm going to take some fresh ginger as well for my dressing, and I'm going to cut a little bit off. And I think I'm just going to, let me see, I'm going to grate it into my jam jar. And this is quite big. I'm just going to peel that off slightly. You don't need to peel it, but I'm just going to peel it off so it's easier to start the grating. My little grater here, which I love. I think it was one of those freebies from a Christmas cracker, but I really like it. It's really sweet. And there we go. Now here I've got a thumbnail piece of ginger, and I'm going to grate half of it into here. Go. Oops, lost it in there. Not quite half, a little bit more. Oh, and you can use half a teaspoon of dried ginger if you don't have any fresh ginger instead. Right, that's it, that's about half. I'll pop that in there. Let's get all the little bits out. So that's got here the ginger, and I've got the garlic, and I am going to take some soy sauce, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Now this dressing, if you don't need it all, you can keep it in the jam jar. It'll last really well, either in the fridge or on the side. I actually just keep it on the side. I don't bother to put it in the fridge. So that's the soy. Add the soy in, and 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Now please be careful. Make sure sesame, people are very, very allergic to sesame. So make sure before you add the dressing that all your guests, if it's not the family and they can all have sesame, that you ask if they're allergic. That's 2 teaspoons gone in there. And you can add your salt and pepper to taste, but that's the basic dressing. And you can just give it a shake. And take the lid off, it's nicely mixed. Oh, that's so good. Okay, that's it. Now let's get all these things out of the way. Let's pop a lovely salad. Look at this, I love the colours. Back in, and I am going to just give that a bit of a shake. I'm probably not going to use it all, but let's have a look. I'm going to drizzle that over. And you can, actually I am going to use it all, why not? And you can put this dressing on the salad a couple of hours beforehand. So by the time you eat this, all these flavours will have sunk into the rice. And, oh, so good, look at that. Look at the colour, fabulous. Now I'm just going to take a few more sprigs here of coriander, put those over the top. And I have got here some seeds which I've toasted with cumin and some other herbs and spices. I'm just going to put a few seeds over the top. Nutritionally, I try and incorporate seeds and some nuts in as well. And I've got some butternut squash I did earlier. I dried out some seeds of theirs. That, I think, is literally it. So there we are, my quick and seasonal rice salads. We've got leftover rice from whatever you're cooking the night before, or purposefully cook a bit too much rice. and then you'll have that for a really lovely salad the next day. And as I said, I think it would be perfect accompaniment to, well, when we can get the barbecue out, it might be a bit early actually, but you know, grilled chicken skewers would be amazing. You can marinate them in a very similar Asian dressing beforehand, Asian marinade, and then grill them off and serve this salad together with it. It's slightly Asian influences, so good. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I am going to put this up, and so, you know, do feel free to save it and use it when you want to, and then I will do a third salad, and I will pop it on my link tree, my link in my Instagram, and you can save these recipes. I'm going to go step by step through it and put the ingredients list, so you've got it all there for later. So I will do that soon, but thank you for watching and see you again soon. Bye.